Oh, hi. King Tut, old college buddy. Good friend, but I haven't heard from him recently. Hi, I'm Joe Alton, MD of Survival Top 50's Reader's Choice website, doomandbloom.net, with over 1,000 articles, podcasts, and videos on medical preparedness. Together with my wife, Amy Alton, an advanced registered nurse practitioner, we're the authors of the Book Excellence Award first place winner in medicine, The Survival Medicine Handbook, now in its 700-page third edition, the brand new book, Alton's Antibiotics and Infectious Disease, the layman's guide to available antibacterials in austere settings, and the designers of an entire line of medical kits at store.doomandbloom.net. For years, I've been writing about antibiotics and how important I think they are as part of your survival medicine cabinet. In survival scenarios, there are going to be a lot of people that will owe their lives to you because you were wise enough to include antibiotics in your supplies. I often mention that antibiotics don't kill viruses. They don't. They're essentially for dealing with bacterial infections. Besides killing the bad bacteria, though, they also kill good bacteria. Most of you know that your body, especially your intestinal tract, has tens of trillions of bacterial cells that help digest your food. This good bacteria is so numerous that there are more bacterial cells in your body than, well, you cells. If the good bacteria becomes collateral damage in your war against infection, the lack of them can compromise your gut, giving 1 in 3 antibiotic users diarrhea and having negative effects on your body's immunity, digestion, and detoxification ability. This pales as a concern, of course, compared to withholding antibiotics, having a patient die of a bacterial infection, but still, it is sort of a big deal. Of course, the usual disclaimer applies. In normal times, if you notice any significant side effects from antibiotics, you should contact your medical provider. Fortunately, there are ways to replace your body's good bacteria after taking antibiotics. Ingesting probiotics is one of them. A probiotic is a substance which stimulates the growth of microorganisms, especially those with beneficial properties. A 2012 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that taking probiotics can reduce antibiotic-associated diarrhea. Probiotics found in food like yogurt are live, healthy bacteria, they call them cultures, and other microorganisms that help repopulate the microbes in your intestine. The yogurt label should say live and active cultures. Sour cream may also be useful sources of probiotics. Now, if you prefer to drink your probiotics, consider buttermilk or try kefir, a creamy dairy-based drink that is made when healthy bacteria, mostly lactobacteria, and yeast are introduced into milk. The fermented product is similar in taste to yogurt, except that it's a liquid. If you're one of those folk who isn't treated very well by dairy products, you may consider foods like fresh sauerkraut and kimchi. Both come from fermented cabbage and contain probiotics. Another option is fermented pickle relish. You can also drink kombucha, a tea that uses the fermentation of sugar by bacteria and yeast to get its probiotics. It's important to realize, since probiotics have bacteria themselves, their beneficial effect, the bacteria, can also be killed by antibiotics if you take them at exactly the same time. You should take your meds and your probiotics at least a few hours apart. I should mention that a percentage of those who ingest probiotics may notice side effects such as cramping, bloating, or gas. After a course of antibiotics, high-fiber foods may help stimulate the growth of healthy gut bacteria. Foods that contain fiber are not only able to stimulate the growth of healthy bacteria in the gut, but they may also reduce the growth of some harmful bacteria. Consider whole grains, nuts, seeds, beans, lentils, berries, broccoli, peas, bananas, and even artichokes. Fiber is great, but too much fiber can interfere with the absorption of antibiotics. Therefore, many suggest temporarily postponing consuming these foods during treatment and focus on including them in your diet after your course of antibiotic therapy is over. This is Joe Alton, MD, wishing you the best of health in good times or bad. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to fill those holes in your medical storage by checking out Nurse Amy's entire line of medical kits, books, and more at store.doomandbloom.net. That's store.doomandbloom.net. You'll be glad you did.